Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today's the day. Billy Donuts gets a new game here, and it's Halo 5. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about my history and my thoughts on the previous Halo games. Now, I have a Halo 1 Legendary experience up on my channel. It's one of my earlier Let's Plays. I'm still not really comfortable with the whole Let's Playing thing. I'm trying to find my groove and everything. So there's that. I am indeed playing Halo 2 Anniversary on my channel. I can't promise you anything because only gods can control, and I can't make promises, but that's details. I do have plans to continue that series, and I will explain that in a future video. But anyway, I have played all of the campaigns, not very much, but quite a bit to get an opinion on it. So let's talk about it. Halos 1, 2, and 3 are by far my favorite in the series. Halo 4, not so much. However, there are common themes that I just adore about the Halo franchise, and that is their lore and their world-building abilities. It is so beautiful what they are able to convey and introduce in Halo. In Halo 1, Halo Combat Evolved, it looks like a very typical space shooter. You are the good guys, the Covenant are the bad guys, you're fighting against them, and you're in space. That's typical. It's a hallway shooter. There's lots of hallways in Combat Evolved, at least the first mission. And then you crash land on this alien ring. We don't really know what it's about. It's kind of mysterious, but it is one of the best environments. It's one of the best sort of immersive experiences I've ever felt. It's the weirdest feeling. You land and it's a beautiful, lush environment. It's natural. It looks like the real world. However, you look up and there's this ring above you, that you are a part of this ring, and you get this feeling that you are very well grounded on Earth, but also in space. And it's a really weird feeling, and it's really awesome. And that feeling I equivalent to Halo. That's what I feel on Halo. When I'm playing a Halo game, I expect to look up on a Halo and see this thing go all the way up and come all the way back. About halfway through Combat Evolved, we're fighting the bad guys. We're trying to figure out more about this ring. What is it? I think it's something bad. It's the Covenant want it. And then all of a sudden, we meet the Flood. Now, the Flood is possibly the best storytelling tool that they've had in Halo, in my opinion. The Flood is the sole purpose. It is the catalyst of everything that has happened in the Halo universe. Okay, that's hyperbole. I haven't read any books. I've just kind of played the games and seen some terminals and stuff. But the Flood gives meaning and purpose behind every single character's decision. Way back, the Forerunners, the people who built the Halo rings, built it to destroy the Flood. Way ago, ancient humans were destroying worlds, even Forerunner worlds, which is why the Forerunners didn't like the humans, because there were Flood infestations on them. In this modern day, the Covenant don't exactly know what the Flood are. However, the humans quickly figure out this is what the Halo rings were built for. The Master Chief goes with the 343 Guilty Spark to activate the Halo to destroy the Flood. Now, the Covenant want to activate the Halo because it is their great journey. It's a religious thing. They think that it will lead them to heaven and all pure and all that sort of typical religious stereotypical stuff is what they're motivated by. And so that's Halo Combat Evolved. Halo 2, we get to see the Arbiter. The Arbiter is one of the best characters, again, for the storytelling purposes. It gives character and it gives depth to your enemy. It's not just mindless aliens who are crazy. They're human. They're characters. They have emotions. They have fears and doubts and hopes and worries. And the Arbiter, there is a scene, there is some monologue going on by the prophets, telling all about what the Arbiter has done, and we figure out all about the different characters. The Grunts, they're basically slaves. They don't want to be there. They even rebelled. However, the Jackals are like pirates. They stopped the rebellion. The Arbiters, they stopped the rebellion of the Grunts. The Hunters are more like animals. They don't really think. They're different little tiny bits of creatures. They're not one big cohesive cohesive character. They're different bits of different bodies that come together into one. And the Arbiter, when that monologue is going on in Halo 2, you figure out about these different races who are very, very different from each other. And the brutes are this sort of big, beastly, strong, and dumb sort of, brutes. And they continue their campaign to activate yet another Halo, and that continues on into Halo 3, where they try to activate all of the Halos with the Arc, and it's the big epic finish. However, there is a turn in Halo 3, and even in Halo 2, where the Flood are actually helping you. The mission that I'm stuck on currently, the Gravemind, the opening cutscene, the Gravemind is this really wise and this really old creature, and he's talking in a special Shakespearean way to our protagonists, and he says, "This ring has made us foes, or we have come here as foes, but this ring will make us brothers because we're all trying to stop the Covenant from activating it." Talk about a mixed bag of emotions there. The Flood wants to survive, but the humans want to destroy the Flood. And that is where we get this awesome sort of, we'll work together. In Halo 3, the Gravemind will work together with the humans and the Arbiter to stop the Covenant from activating Halo, all of the Halos. But as soon as they do that, the Flood turns on them because they know, the Gravemind knows that the humans will try to destroy the Flood, and that is the cool, dynamic characters that we get in the Halo franchise. Now, Halo 4, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to start off by saying I think that Halo 4 is the weakest entry of them all, but from a storytelling element, it's not bad. It's not bad by any means. I just think it's the weakest. I still think it's a good game. I just think it's the weakest, mainly because there isn't that depth to it that I'm used to. Now, I'm not sure if it's just because, it's just the first game. I don't know if it was just Halo Combat Evolved, I would feel the same way about it, but I just don't feel like the Didact is a character, a deep character. For me, he really feels like a villain, like a Disney "we want to kill all of the humans" villain. Like, yes, the humans, the past humans have killed some Forerunner planets and all that stuff. They were at war, but I just don't think it's dynamic. I don't think there's good motivation like there is with the Covenant and the Flood. The Flood obviously being, survival, we want to help grow. And for the Covenant, it's more of a religious sort of thing, and that one you could argue is not that much, but it gives a cool little lie for the Covenant to be at least interesting. The Didact, he's just meh. He's not interesting to me. I don't really feel for him. I don't really care about him. He's just there. Not to mention the storyline is back to that typical "we need to stop the bad guys" storyline, and I think that's what makes it the weakest part, is that there is this one composer, that's what it is. We need to stop the Didact from using the composer. And that's it. There is no third party there. There's no sort of, mixed bag. There's not sort of alternate motives like there is with the Halo ring. It's just, we gotta stop the bad guy. And that is very flat compared to what we're used to in the other Halo games. And that is where the criticism of Halo 4 ends. Well, I guess the music isn't as strong in Halo 4. When you think of Halo, like, music comes to mind, like, you just thought of it right there. Yeah, that's not in Halo 4, which it makes it sort of unsettling because everything else about Halo 4 is really, really well done. I think the whole, the world building, like I said, the Prometheans and their weapons and the creatures, just the way they're floaty and ancient and advanced and technological and not magic, but they're advanced. And I think that is something that we've seen throughout the Halo universe, and to have that sort of art style and architecture in a weapon and an enemy, I think it's super sweet and super cool. And the characters of Master Chief and Cortana are as dynamic as ever. Talk about different motivations, different motivations for the Master Chief. He wants to get Cortana home, but he wants to protect the world. Cortana wants to survive and get home, but she also wants to protect the world. And there is this weird dynamic with the captain or general or something of the Infinity. He's just like a jerk, so he doesn't care about the Master Chief. It's just, that's just kind of weird. Again, he's kind of like a villain and whatnot, but there is that. But what I truly do enjoy about Halo 4 is the lore, just being able to see the Forerunners return and their story be told in Halo 4 was really satisfying to see, even though it was just a couple cutscenes. So looking on to Halo 5, I am incredibly excited to get that sort of really deep characterization of these different characters. First of all, we are returning to the Arbiter's story. That was something that we just kind of left behind. I felt like we were left hanging with Halo 4. Like, what happened to the Covenant? That's something I was really curious about. I spent 2 whole games being invested in the Arbiter, and to have you leave him out in Halo 4 just didn't really make sense. So I'm really looking forward to see what developments have been made in Halo 5 in terms of the Covenant. Who is leading the Covenant now? The Prophets are dead. Who's leading the Rebellion? You know, the Arbiter. Who's on his side? Is it just kind of whoever's on whoever's side, or is it a species? Is it, you know, I'm just curious. I can't wait to see to go from there, and I can't wait to see, you know, what is the thing that makes the Master Chief hunted. I don't know what it is. I haven't shown myself any spoilers yet. I can't wait to play this game. I'm gonna play this game. I want to see why he went AWOL. I want to see how they're gonna confront him. I can't wait to see all this conflict. I love it so much. It's so great, and I can't wait to see all the Forerunner stuff, because they are kind of the driving force behind all of this just chaos with the Covenant. And the Covenant is sort of on the Forerunner side because they think he's a god, and the Arbiter's trying to stop them, so they're kind of on the side of the humans, but the humans are fighting with each other. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So that's what I'm looking forward to most of Halo 5, the story. I hope I get it, and I'm gonna like try to play all I can of it tonight, and I don't know if I'm gonna pull it all nighter or not. So that's what I've got going ahead for you beautiful people. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you're enjoying Halo. It should return soon. So that's all I'm gonna have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and until the next absolutely beautiful Halo morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, have a great day.